Part 3, Grey Raven Commandant. Ouch! In pitch darkness, your consciousness hovers at the edge of wakefulness, surrounded by chaotic static and explosive heat humming. Grey Raven Commandant. Ascendant. Devastating. Time expands in the chaotic void. Credit! Run! Hurry! What happened? Red mist. Red mist! Spreading! Hauntingly familiar phantoms saturate all your senses, tearing at your body like howling weights and sending bone and chilling pain through your spine. Little Raven, for a brief moment, a word dispels the nightmare. Kelly. It is a gentle, enchanting call. The woman takes hold of your hand, gently applying pressure and sending a wave of warm radiance to guide you toward the end of this vast darkness. The dreadful nightmare is uprooted completely, and a beautiful figure gradually materializes before your eyes. Heh, you look quite adorable when you sleep. Thanks? A stranger who somehow feels familiar? I'm Narvatia, Security Director of the Science Council. Repeat that to me. Narvatia. Good. It seems the wound on your head isn't that serious, so we can skip this cranial me. That seems a little scary for, I don't know. She speaks. She leans in closer, carefully examining your eyes. Pupillary response is normal too. Good. You have a shrapnel wound on the inner side of your right thigh. I've already applied temporary hemostasis, but now I need to unwrap it for examination. She takes a pair of scissors from the basin of water beside her and points at your tattered uniform. Do you mind? Please, go ahead. She cuts away the bandage with the precise, efficient movements. Her practice technique is doing a profound sense of security. There's no active bleeding. There's debris around the edges of the wound. You need to perform debridement. I'll administer a local anesthetic and tetanus antitoxin, then suture the wound. You might feel a slight stinging sensation. Bear with it. Got it. She brushes back her white purple hair and immediately begins her treatment. Before injecting the anesthetic, she notices several other exposed scars on your leg and looks up with curious eyes. How did you end up alone in the radiation zone? The higher ups were presided us with worry. What happened for all this? I don't even know. Huh? You feel a dull pain between your eyebrows as hazy memories begin to form before you. Besieged by our ground forces, Lieutenant John Doe has been driven to the edge of the Kardaki radiation zone. Oh, not that guy again. Ugh. Radiation zone? FOS should have taught you about the great Actilic explosion. Right, the disaster that occurred in Actilic in 2062 is one of the defining events of the post-pandemic age, but its cause remains unknown. After the explosion, a mist-like another punching virus emerged across thousands of square kilometers around ground zero. We call it the Red Mist. The incident sounded like a nuclear radiation accident, so locals simply started calling the area engulfed by the Red Mist a radiation zone. As we speak, John Doe is hiding at its borders, which was once a major settlement at Actilic. What do you need me to do? Suspend all your current assignments and proceed to Kardaki immediately. You'll command the ground forces to hunt down the Ascendant. Aren't there other commandants closer to Kardaki? This was Hassan's idea, so he didn't ask further. He has his own considerations. I need to assemble Grey Raven immediately. Your squad is in route from other conflict zones. Oh, that's not fair! Ugh! But the situation is dire. You need to depart now. Oh, I'm sad. I haven't seen Grey Raven in full in a really long time since that chapter where it recaps everything that we've been through. So yeah, I don't count Liv's chapter because it's just one part of Grey Raven. Like I want to see Alden together, like fully. I mean, even though we did, like I said, with the one that chapter that recapped everything, like that was the last time we saw Alden all together. But I want to go more. It's just sad. Understood. I'll request a transport craft immediately. One more thing, Kelly. Under no circumstances are you to make contact with or enter the radiation zone. Care to elaborate? The red mist, much like the red tide, possesses unique properties. It inflicts minimal physical damage to humans and constructs, but causes severe mental side effects. The exact manifestations remain unknown to this day. Because in the 29 years since the Great Academic Explosion, no one has ever emerged alive from the radiation zone. Oh. Okay, good to know. Ouch. That's good to know. Okay, survive. That's great. Echo 1. Calling HQ. Echo Squad is being ambushed by the Ascendant at B-77. Repeat. Echo Squad is being ambushed by the Ascendant at B-77. We are suffering heavy casualties. The red mist is spreading. There are too many refugees to evacuate. We can't hold out. HQ, do you copy? HQ. The red mist is interfering with our comms. Take the refugees and retreat. I'll cover the rear. No, you're a high priority target. Soldier, stay calm and follow your orders. Don't leave anyone behind. I'll deal with the corrupted. Copy. No one could have anticipated that the radiation zone, silent for so many years, has seen in such vast numbers of corrupted. You arrive in the combat zone right when the corrupted bypass the frontline defenses, striking at the command post like a dagger without warning. After engaging in combat, you see bullets whistle and search across the wilderness. For every corrupted that falls, another would lunge forward with grotesque metal arms ready to take its place. Meanwhile, the architect of this chaos stands nearby on higher ground, gazing down at the unfair battle below with fanatical pleasure. The slightest tilt of skills made you believe you were on the verge of victory. Such is the arrogance and delusion the Reconquista H has instilled in you. Boo! You! Go to hell! My paws are endless. Great Raven commanded. How much energy will you waste protecting the crowd that behind you while fighting mine? Shut up and prepare to die! Regrettable. You see, I was never playing the same game as you are, Great Raven commanded. Look, the proliferation has already begun. You have the great fortune of becoming her first nourishment. Who? Her? Oh, I forgot her name. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. As he said and grins maliciously, finally noticed the eerie red fog that's billowing around you and spreading across the entire landscape. The red mist! A metallic, blood-like stench fills your nostrils. Suddenly, the world spins around you as everything becomes blurry in an instant. Protected by your power armor, you shouldn't be affected by this level of punishing virus concentration. Why? Your consciousness fading away, you hear Descendant Deliver's final prophecy. The seedling has been planted. Now is the time to welcome our next prey to the stage. Done? Lisa got to experience the red mist firsthand. The dim light, the body cuts out the excess bandage, smoothing out the wrinkles at the edges of your dress, sing with her fingertips as gently as one might flatten the curled corner of the letter. Does it still hurt? Not at all. I could tell how tough you are. Where exactly are we right now? Here. She points to the weathered fault walls around you. Kartaki and Experimental Secondary School. Kartaki? We're still inside the radiation zone? Why aren't we being infected? I was just... because of this. Nabratia takes the device from her waist and holds it in front of you. It's a red mist blocker. It works similarly to the Omega device. generating microscopic particles that neutralize the red mist within a limited area. You're lucky. Standing before you is the person who understands red mist better than anyone else in this world. Whoa, an expert! She smiles faintly and nods. I brought two then, but since we will be working together, I'm keeping the second one as a backup. Thanks for your help. But why were you inside the radiation zone to begin with? She was her gaze slightly, taking a moment to collect her thoughts. I was on a mission, and here to collect test data from the post-pandemic age for the Science Council. A mission. Prompted by Nervati's reminder, you quickly open your terminal to send your coordinates to the military and establish contact. The secure one connects instantly. But in that very same moment, the ground beneath your feet begins to tremble. Of course, bad things happen. Ugh. An earthquake? It's not safe in here. Can you stand, little raven? Your body reaches out toward you. I'll take her hand, of course. The count cuts off almost immediately. Your body swiftly opens the door, leading outside into the desolate expanse of the Kardaki. Just then, a thunderous boom echoed from between the distant buildings. The ground shakes violently. Debris jumps beneath your feet, and a nerve-wracking rumble fills the air, as its very skeleton of the city is being torn apart by some tremendous force. Streets crack, buildings groan, and steel facades shatter into falling crystal fragments, all across Kardaki. This quartz of the dead city is being forcibly lifted by a violent rebirth surging from below. Something rips through the bedrock amidst the earth, shattering tremors, erupting from the distant abyss below, and thrusting directly into the heavens above. Countless hanging pipes dripped with luminous droplets, while shattered buildings and metal debris slowly rotate in orbit, forming a shell around its exterior like rings around the planet. It is a colossal tree, radiating trees of golden luminescence. Oh my gosh, is that the Fuwa tree? Its massive trunk stands as tall as skyscrapers. Its enormous branches radiating brilliant light and sending golden rays in all directions. What is this? The flashing virus concentration readings on your terminal spike, and red mist blocker emits an unsettling warning. The connection fails, filling your ears with harsh static. Connection loss. Connection loss. Has the radiation zone expanded again? The ceiling has been planted. Now is the time to welcome our next prey to the stage. Lisandra's words mysteriously echo in your mind. Could what you see before you be connected to him? Thinking back to the disaster you have just witnessed, you know that if the radiation zone continues to spread, the resulting catastrophe and loss of life will be immeasurable. You cannot allow that to happen. This tree, Nervatia, do you know anything about it? It might be connected to the spread of the red mist. The place is the Kartaki Research Institute. Nervatia remembers softly as she gazes at the massive tree rising from the ground in the distance. The origin of all this devastation. Within the brilliant radiance, thick mist descends like golden snowfall, scattering across the entire continent alongside your gaze, drifting down in gentle flurries. Oh, now they start the chapter? Okay, okay. Usually they start the beginning of the chapter like in part 1 or 2. So, wow. Who's that? Amid a deafening boom, a female soldier pushes through the underbrush and climbs to the top of a small hill. Steadying her cap, she gazes down at the trembling wall before her. What the hell was that explosion? Damn it! Captain, our vehicle's dead too. We don't have time. Strip the heavy weapons from the other vehicle and let's evacuate. But if we encounter the Kraken without this equipment... Captain, are we coming back? I heard there's some kind of satellite city ahead with thousands of people trapped inside. Orders from above are to withdraw immediately and get as far from that cursed nest as possible. We can't worry about other things right now. Just follow your orders. Your hasty evacuation is reaching its end. This operation, which began with such force, only to fizzle out, is concluding with humanity's defeat. Pampered toy soldiers. He's thrown in with such bravado, but they're just a house of cards in the end. calming at the first sign of trouble. It's all united front when they're winning. The tactical retreats and abandon the civilians when things get rough. How about Babylonia? She runs a stick of gum. He's down for a vantage point and put his own to the despair-filled battlefield. 4 or 5 trucks drive past her, leaving their fainting rumble behind. He walks straight towards the mist-shrouded path ahead. So pretentious. Ooh! Even drew a map of the Kardaki. She pulled a letter from her breast pocket. Oh, she looks pretty. It is the invitation received not long ago. I know the way home far better than you do. She crumbles the paper as her eyes meet her Alexander's name. Narvatia. Oh? Wait, is that her? Is that the boss? Just different hair color. The moment she steps into the hazy mist, she feels a sharp pain in her eyelids. Something seems to appear amidst the swirling vapor, and her pupils suddenly dilate. The sounds of children's laughter echo around as the bread brick wedding materializes before her eyes. The entrance is adorned with intricate plaster flowers, with sunlight cascading down like a curtain from above. Words written in gold float within the light, shimmering brilliantly. Kardaki Experimental Secondary School. The figures of countless children flicker past. Memories that should have remained buried are being stitched together by threads of mist and reconstructed before her eyes. Cheap tricks. She shakes her head to dispel the phantoms of the past, tightens her grip on her rifle swing, and continues on the path back to her homeland. Her tiny figure wavers like a mirage on the horizon before vanishing completely. In an instant, those phantoms converge once more, draping over the one like a gossamer net, silent and all encompassing. Oh my gosh, that was intense. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, they changed it already? So it seems like... Oh! Ooh, I like it when, images change, See?